Welcome to your marvellous training video on oven cleaning. There are various packs that can be bought by your client to clean an oven. This job is going to be dependent on how bad the oven is and what result the client is looking for. If the oven is really bad and the client wants a perfect brand new looking oven, it's best to advise them to use a specialist oven cleaning company. The oven being demonstrated is used regularly and needs a freshen up after 6 months. This job could be done whilst the client is away on holiday. Each client will have their own preference as to how often the oven should be cleaned. Before starting, make sure you read the instructions on the box, including the health warnings, and put on the gloves provided. The products generally include plastic gloves, cleaning fluid, and a large, strong Ziploc bag for the racks and shelves to go into. As you can see, the housekeeper has taken the shelves out of the oven and put them in the bag. After carefully adding some of the fluid, she closes the bag and reduces the air inside so the cleaning fluid can be easily moved around the bag for soaking. Ensure the bag is completely closed and you are working on a surface that will not be affected if the fluid escapes. The instructions generally say half a bottle of fluid is to be used for the racks, so use your experience as to how much to add. The glass on the oven door is either attached by screws or slides in and out like this one. We've had several instances where the glass has been broken when they've been screwed in. So remember, there is no insurance on this item and inform the client about this. It may be they will help you with the glass removal or they tell you not to do it. Once the glass is on a safe surface to work on, spread the fluid across the greasy glass and leave it to soak. Then put the fluid into the oven. Spread it around the whole of the oven, ensuring that you get into the edges, corners, and the racks too if they have not been removed. The fluid is thick, so take your time spreading it around. Time is required for the product to become effective, so it's best to start the job as soon as you arrive at the home and then give yourself plenty of time to finish off. The packet's guidelines are generally 2 to 4 hours of soaking of the fluid, so plan your time. Once the required time has elapsed, remove the shelves from the bag carefully, but do not pour the contents down the sink. Rather close up the bag, remove the air from within, and then put it in the bin. As you are cleaning, be careful with the work surface and wipe any splashes up immediately with a clean cloth. For stubborn marks on the racks, you can use an old credit card to help knock off the oil marks as demonstrated. Then give them a good wash with hot soapy water, rinse and dry. Now to tackle the oven. Get a bowl of hot soapy water and plenty of kitchen towel. We find it best to wipe off the excess fluid with the paper towel and bin it straight away. Do not put it on the floor where tiles could be damaged. Wipe through the oven with hot soapy water, which will need to be emptied several times. It is important that the oven is thoroughly cleaned with the hot soapy water to prevent smells when the oven is used again. By washing it through, you are removing any fluid that may be remaining. Make sure you get into the corners and the ceilings and behind the racks. Watch out for any cleaning fluid or drip marks onto the outside of the oven, which could then also go onto the floor. Once everything has been washed, rinse through the oven with just water and then dry with a clean cloth. When rinsing, make sure you get into all of the corners and especially behind the racks to ensure that all the fluid has been removed. As you reinsert the shelves, just remember how bad they were and look how good they now are. Now we need to clean the glass. Remove the fluid with a paper towel. Ensure that you do this safely so that no fluid goes onto the surface. Then, using hot soapy water, clean through the glass thoroughly. Double check your work as you go along, as you may miss a spot and may need to clean again, as shown here. Never use a scourer or a scrubber which could mark the surface. In this video, we only used a non-scratch sponge and microfiber cloths only. Once the glass has been dried down, then reinsert it carefully back into the oven. And give yourself a pat on the back for a job well done, giving your client a marvellously clean oven.